gentlemen, Ryan, Trickster, look at you. Look, I got my hat for our guest today. I'm excited. Look
I
at
was
us.
about to ask why the hat.
It's our guest, baby. We gotta, I gotta make him feel at home. I gotta put him, anytime you got straw around for our more rural folk, that's what we got. We got a bunch of people who aren't used to using the internet watching today, because our guest today is very funny and very country, and I just wanted to make him, feel comfortable. I didn't bring my dip, but
you got the straw hat. I've been saving my hay for the horse today. He's got a horse face. If he tries to give me a hard time, I'll say nay. Let's see, what else, guys? Thanks for joining us. Oh, you're already.
Everybody just left.
If there's anyone still watching, thank you for joining us. This is, of course, Set to Destroy. My name's Ryan Trickey. That's, of course, Stephen Taylor. We're here every week. We invite comedians on, and they come and we watch/listen to old sets or other videos, and we good-natured, mean-spirited fun. Yep, Jesus, 2 minutes in. Jesus, take the wheel, because I'm crashing.
Hey, if this podcast was around 2,000 years ago, there's no way he would have come back. He would have just seen it and been like, "I'm cool. I'm gonna stay in the tomb."
Yeah, he would have killed himself. That's for sure. But let's see what else. Steven, how are you doing?
We're doing okay. I did a show in Melbourne, Kansas last night, and let me tell you, it's exactly like you would think it is. I think the trailer to human ratio in Melbourne, Kansas is astronomical. It's insane. Way more trailers than people.
Way more trailer. Were you in a so what was the show?
It's a new venue called the Blue Canoe. They do it's like a
You're making all of this up, dude.
Dude, I decided to do I have a new joke that I'm working on where I talk about my family being anti-mask, which doesn't make sense because they're ugly. So you would think that they would be pro-mask. It helps them. And I said, my family's anti-mask, and then half the crowd was like, "Woo!" It's like, no. You're not gonna like this.
Yeah, dude, I know what you mean. I did a show the other night in a fucking Ebenezer, Oklahoma, at the Mellow Yellow, and it was okay. It was all right. It was all right.
Somebody stopped the feature.
Yeah.
Hey,
I performed in the bed of a pickup truck, but we were inside. It was really weird.
They drove it through the wall. They have it just for the stage.
Yeah.
We were there last night, and Jaron, I was doing work with Jaron, and he was finding, and he's got a new joke where he's talking about he knows the moment that the pandemic hit because he was he saw a fight break out at the grocery store. He's like, I saw it break out at Target. And he was like, if fights break out at Target, that's Walmart behavior, right? And then two guys in cowboy hats lit up, and then they high-fived. And I talked to the owner, and he goes, "That guy beat the shit out of a guy at Walmart 2 weeks ago." What is happening? What town is this?
Oh, my God.
Dude, that's you gotta go to Melbourne. Gotta go to Melbourne. If you're watching this, go to Melbourne whenever we go to Melbourne. Please click the like button, kiss the subscribe button, tune in. We're gonna be here forever and ever. Ryan, have you really been doing any comedy? Has anything happened in your life? Is any day different than the last, or is it all just one big, really cold blur?
I got nothing, man. I got, I could yell about how I went to Whole Foods today and that was unpleasant, but that sounds boring to say. I will listen to this. Let me tell you what you think of this, or you tell me what you think of this. I think I'm going to come visit in KC here in a few weeks.
Ooh.
I think I'll be in town sometime in March, I think, because I want to see Joe before he moves. And, and I think I'm supposed to get the first dose of the vaccine tomorrow.
Hey, that's pretty good.
Yeah. So now the only question is if I'll be able to go visit in time before I can get the second one, or will it be awkwardly like I'll be like half immunized beforehand. So I don't know. We'll see. Lori Whitmer Duke.
Mama.
Yes. You know what? And I'm really glad that she's watching. That's my mom, obviously. It's not really that obvious. We don't have the same last name anymore, but that's my mom. And I'm glad that she's watching because our guest this evening, who I'm just going to go ahead and introduce, for some reason has a problem with my mom. And that's really the reason I wanted to come on, because I wanted to hash it out once and for all. What's his problem with mothers and love? Clearly he didn't have a mom, and clearly he's never been loved. But listen, our guest this evening, he's a friend of mine. He's a friend of ours. He's a funny guy. Also, hey, thanks, Colby. Thanks for doing this. He's a funny guy. He's a good dude. He's a redneck. That's why Steven's wearing that hat. I feel like I should have thought about this more before I started doing this, because I can't think of he loves NASCAR. He is a guest bedroom that I hope to use in a few weeks. Guys, keep it going for our guest this evening. It's Dustin Slentz. That was pretty good,
Whoops. Unbelievable. First of all, there we go. Oh, I thought it was on my end. First of all, I just want to say, unbelievable. You're a disgrace as a host. And I have absolutely no problem with your mother. I think your mother is a lovely woman. And the only thing I've ever said about her is that her name sounds like a Red Dead Redemption, villain character. But
a villain.
I'm sure she's
that's right. You heard it here, everybody. Dustin thinks my mom is a villain because of the crime of loving me. He thinks anybody who could bring me into the world / accept me is a bad person, and I think that's ridiculous.
Listen, if you two want to be public about how much you love each other every Valentine's Day and every other holiday, then that's fine.
Every other holiday. It's Groundhog Day.
Dude, I saw you post one time like, Happy Father's Day. Lori Whitmer Duke is the best. You just
that would be really funny to make a post on Father's Day about how much I love my mom. That's hilarious.
It's unbelievable that it hasn't happened. It's unbelievable.
I'm gonna do it this year. I'll do it in whenever Father's Day is, May. I think.
I don't know anybody that loves their mom as much as Ryan loves his mom. Like, Dustin, you've got a mom. Do you call her on her birthday? Like, I didn't call my mom for like 3 weeks this year on Mother's Day. I had to call her in June and be like, hey, sorry. I really miss you. You're a great person.
I usually call her on the day after her birthday.
I love the idea of calling somebody 3 weeks after Mother's Day and be like, I miss you. I know. I know.
I was doing a podcast.
Yeah. I always be like, my phone's acting crazy, which is true, but also I used it with every date with my mom.
Dude, I remember 2 years ago, we had a show here on Mother's Day, and I tried to advertise it as the Mother's Dazed comedy show. And then on the poster, I put 2 little babies' feet. And it 100% looks like a pamphlet you would pass around for Planned Parenthood. It's like the most heinous decision I've ever made. Nobody came to the show. Like, there were 0 people that were like, we need to take mom to this. Mm-hmm. So, next year when you and Lori are looking for something to do, I've got the hookup on all entertainment options. And your mom is welcome to anything that I do. She's very sweet. I don't know what Dustin's problem is.
Me neither. It really baffles me.
No problem on my end. We all know Ryan is a conniving piece of trash who lies about everything.
You almost just called me Lion Ryan, and I don't like it.
Yeah, well, it'd be a fitting nickname.
I like that much more.
There's this picture of me and my mom from whatever year, like, I don't know how old I am. And she and I are both like, it's like a picture taken at like JCPenney's or whatever. Like, they had the portrait studio there. And like, it must be the 90s because we had we're both in all denim. And my hair is like, I have like a bowl cut and I think I have glasses. Like, it's just horrible. God. Yeah. That will be my next show flyer. If I ever get to do stand up again. Is I'll use that to help promote or something.
Dude, you need a bowl cut again, man. I've never seen your hair not above your forehead, not escaping your eyes. I would love to see you with bangs. I think, when you come back to stand up, I think it's time to kind of change up the look. You could really benefit from a different niche, a different market. You could really tap in.
Reinvention.
Yeah, David Bowie yourself. Just get less fashionable though.
Okay. Well, Ryan has very basic features and a very symmetrical forehead, so I don't really think there's a whole lot of other options hairstyle-wise other than what he's currently doing.
Having a symmetrical forehead is good. You want to be symmetrical. You
want to have just your forehead.
You want a symmetrical face. You don't want your forehead.
Yeah, look at that. Look at the wrinkles on your nose when you made that face.
Ryan has to walk around like this just to keep his head looking even.
I don't like this at all. Where's my mom
also,
right now?
Steven, how dare you troll me with that cowboy hat and then not invite me to a show in Melbourne, Kansas? Like, what the hell?
That's true. Hey, look, yeah.
They're gonna let us do more shows. And I said to somebody today, I said, this is like a Dustin Slentz crowd.
Mm-hmm. that is my crowd. I would kill there.
No, dude, you would crush. It'd be your audience. It'd be anti whatever we're about to watch.
God, I don't want to watch it at all.
What's your bit where you're like, I'm a NASCAR fan, but also, what was the but also again?
Are you? I don't know. Are you trolling me right now, or is that a genuine question?
No, I'm not trolling you. You have a bit where you're like, you're talking about how fucking fake complex you are, and you're like, I'm a NASCAR. I'm a NASCAR fan, but also I'm this, and you can't reconcile.
I say I don't talk about politics because I love NASCAR and hate Donald Trump. And you can't find that middle ground.
So that would be, if you were in Melbourne, Kansas, that would be the quickest, like.
dude, Trump people like that. I found out Trump people like that joke. Yeah, they do. Wow. Because they like NASCAR so much, I've already won them over, and they're like simple. So they already love me.
Oh my God. Dustin, by the way, just on air, I have a giant book of NASCAR trading cards. And I would like to bequeath them to you because you're the only person in America.
I can't. I'm sorry, I can't.
No, you got to take them. I'm not.
Listen, you don't understand. You understand. My mom has so much NASCAR memorabilia, and she tells me she's leaving it all to me when she dies. But I'm not allowed to sell any of it because it's going to be worth too much money. So I have to just stare at this NASCAR stuff for the rest of my life and be like, look how much money that's worth. So I can't take anything else. I don't care how nice the cards are. I've already got to get a storage unit when my mom dies. It's over.
Wow, I can't believe you don't. I can't believe with that you don't post more about your mom. That's amazing.
So you're saying I should give it to your mom? Should I just give it to your mom instead?
I told my mom as a joke I was going to burn it all and scatter it in the ocean, and she did not like that.
Ryan, your head is perfect. Don't listen to these bullies. Thank you. Here's what I want everyone to do.
Well, that is what a loving mother would say, and she loves you more than you deserve, and of course that's what she's going to say. She's a wonderful person. It's just a shame that she raised someone with such a wide gap in their mustache.
She loves me as much as I deserve, which is a lot. And my mustache is fine. And why are we, everybody,
there's
you
a
both
very
have
symmetrical
bigger
gap.
foreheads than I do.
Yeah. Okay. So
the rest of our face.
This is unfair. If
both
I
of y'all are
this
bad.
is gonna.
Well, this is the 3 worst mustaches in podcast history. I just wanted to know. This is really bad right here. This is not our best look.
Oh, it could
Steven,
be.
your facial hair looks like it gets lighter as it goes up. It's like you only bleach your mustache.
It's just from where I lick my lips. Mm-hmm. Going away.
When you chew and lick your lips, it just kills all the pigment in your fucking hair.
I keep washing away all the color. Oh my God. Well, Dustin, how long? I've known you for too long. You know, you were doing comedy when I got here. How long have you been doing comedy?
It's almost 6 years now.
Jeez.
It'll be 6 years on March 3rd.
That is that'll be a bad birthday. You're not going to do any comedy on your birthday. We might have comedy. Comedy might be back. You know, that might be possible.
March 3rd's a Wednesday. There is probably there. Yeah, there's an open mic that night. I'll probably go to open mic.
We'll do something. So when you got your start, did you start at like Stanford's? You started in Kansas City, right?
Yeah.
Where'd you start at?
Stanford's was my first set. It was
good. Is that what we're gonna watch?
No. That was actually, I did really well my first time. Like a lot of people like were genuinely shocked it was my first time, and that was the best I did for a long time.
I'm genuinely shocked to hear about you doing really well.
Dude, it was a crazy night because I called in to get on the list, and like the lady that worked there was a comic at the time, and she's like, "Oh, are you new?" And I was like, "Yeah." She's like, "Oh my God," and like so excited. So I walk in and I see my name on the list, and it just has new guy written next to it. So immediately I'm like, okay, so everyone else here has done this at least once and like knows what they're doing on some level. And then I go and sit down, and the same lady, she walks up, she's like, "Are you the guy that called in?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And she's like, "Don't worry, this first guy's so bad, it's gonna make it look easy." And then I'm like, "Oh wow, these people are ruthless." So I am just like afraid. But yeah,
that's where you met Steven?
No. I think I met Steven like a year later.
Oh, okay.
We won't say who that was.
Sure, yeah.
Oh, we should though. After.
Oh no, I would never do that because the person is genuinely terrible at comedy, and I just.
Well, tonight's not about them; it's about you. So
right, it's about how bad I am.
Yeah, tell us about the clip that we are going to watch then.
Is it video? Yeah. If it's the video I sent, it's me featuring at Stanford's way before I had any business featuring on any level, anywhere, or doing anything more than 15 minutes. I remember Craig Glazer walked outside, and Clint, the booker, like he liked me and told me that like he thought that I was getting better. And then he like kind of said something to Craig like, "Hey, this is one of the new guys. He's, pretty decent." And Craig's like, "You want to feature this weekend?" And I was like, "What?" Like, oh my God. I was like, sure. Because why not? The headline was Pete Corielli, and I was like, it'll be cool to feature for him. And yeah, this is I watched about 90 seconds of it, and I was like, yeah, that'll work for what this show is.
Dude, what is it with Stanford? Stanford's would let anybody feature. All you had to do was have a pulse, show up to an open mic, and then have an inkling that you had a friend group, and they would be like, "You got 20?" And you're like, "Sure, well, I got 20." Doing it 6 months.
It was a crazy system of getting stage time there. Like if you busted tables, people did all sorts of weird things just to get like the Glazer's attention. It was insane. And I honestly could have gotten like a ton more feature work at Stanford's like early in the day, but I like realized I was like, I am not good enough to be like, I should not be featuring at this terrible club like often. I don't think it's a good look for my career. I should just go do open mics and do 5 minutes. I don't deserve this.
They made you bust tables after your set.
No, dude, I never did that shit.
Some people clean up to get stage time. They made you clean up afterwards.
Dude, I've seen people do it. It blows my mind.
I've seen people do it too. I've seen people like they just help out, like cleaning the tables in between the shows and all that stuff. Yeah, no, I know what I know exactly what and who.
I'll do shit like that for the staff, like for the waitresses. Of like, oh, these people like left a slop, and like I'm walking back to the kitchen anyway, so like I'll grab a few glasses and set it on the bar, like shit like that. But never for that, like an owner or like a GM can see me. If like the staff sees me, I don't care. But like I refuse to cross that barrier for them like to ever see me as an employee on that level.
If a comedy club is booking comedians based off of the work that they do in the service industry, it's probably not a great comedy club to begin with. And I think Stanford's has held that mantra through. I think they really did a lot to own that reputation.
Right. But a lot of people that lack self-awareness get involved, and so. Those people get that stage time, and boy,
yeah. Then you end up with what you have here.
Yeah.
You what?
I said, yeah. Then you end up with what you have here. You've got
right.
90 seconds of bearable material.
Well, so yeah, this is like I guess this is 5 years ago. So I watched it once, like afterwards, and I remember like liking a little bit of it and then being like, it's not as good as I remembered. And then when I was setting up for this show, I remember, I made it about 90 seconds. And I was like, okay, I'll discover it with everyone else.
Oh, I can't wait. I can't wait.
That's the way to go. I don't blame you though, because that's what happens. Like somebody is like, hey, can you do whatever? And you just say yes. Like that's kind of
Right.
what you're supposed to do. And
Right.
and
you listen to comics on a podcast.
What?
I was gonna say, like, a lot of comics on podcasts, they said like that's the first time they got 20 minutes or just some situation like that. So I did it, and I did a lot of work there. I hosted a lot of weekends. I always had fun there. It
was the right thing to do. It was courageous, and we're gonna punish you for it this evening.
I missed that place, man. It was chaos. It was chaos every weekend, and I just missed the beautiful misery that it was. Because like those guys like thought they were doing the right thing because people kept showing up, but people kept showing up to see the disaster. So like they thought like they were good comedy club owners, and they were the worst.
Dude, could not have been worse. Still infamous. I'll work with people now. Like it doesn't matter where I'm at, what I'm doing. If I work with any comedian who's been doing it more than like 7 or 8 years, inevitably somebody's like, "Oh, you're from Kansas City. Do you know about Stanford and Sons?" And you're like, "Yes, I know about Stanford and Sons." And they're like, "Here, let me tell you about what these assholes did to me." And it's a different story each time. It's not like an MO. It's not like, hey, we fuck people over in the same way every single week. It's like different.
It's an MO. It's just a very unpredictable algorithm.
It's always, there's drugs involved, there's yelling involved, there's a strip club involved, and
always
they didn't get paid.
Yeah, always
there's money, but not like the right amount. Yeah.
Dude, honestly, I was the last person to ever perform on a Stanford stage. They closed the night after I did my only headlining set ever. One brother was already dead. The next one died soon after. I think no matter what I ever accomplished, that's my favorite credit of all time. Like so many people tried to like bury that club, and they kept coming back like roaches, and I fucking did it.
That's such a funny way. That's such a funny way of telling people about that too. It's just like one of them was in the ground and the other was on their way there.
I did it, baby.
I finished them off.
What was that before or after somebody else got murdered in that club?
Oh, that was after, and they didn't get murdered. They definitely got shot.
That was after. Are you guys talking about those two unrelated people who had nothing to do with
the cleaning crew
that broke into the venue and then shot each other like a bank heist?
Yeah.
Have you seen that Spider-Man meme? It's them, but with vacuum cleaners and guns.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were there to steal the bread bowls.
Somebody coming in to heist all of the flower pot bread.
Hey, they got one thing right. They got that fucking flower pot bread right.
I can't believe that existed. Oh my God. Colby, do you have the video queued up? I want to laugh at Dustin.
Oh God.
On this stage, he's MC all around Kansas City, and he's got a feature spot to entertain you guys tonight.
What a credit.
Put your hands together for Dustin Slentz.
I know. I love like, hey, your feature regularly does less time than what he's about to. Your next comedian is in over his head. Keep it going for.
We all knew. Dude, hold on just for a second. The headliner's like, so I was talking to him about how much time I was gonna do, and I was like, hey man, this is my first time featuring, so like they told me 25, but you know, if I I might be ready at like 22. Who knows? Like to the host, I was saying that like be ready because I'm scared. And the headline was like, yeah, we don't really work like that. Like you do your time. And I was like, fuck.
Yeah, of course. You're like inspiring.
I was such an idiot.
You're just like, hey man, I know they said 25, but is it okay if I do less than that?
Is it okay if I do 22? Is it okay? I don't have 25, but I do think I have 22. About 3 minutes off where I want to be.
Talking to the host, hey, if I look really scared, can you come get me?
I love that Wally is giving the same amount of credits that Ryan gave you 6 years later.
You're just as hard to intro now as you were then.
Dude, I did the same thing. I did the same thing last weekend. I got offered 30 and I was like, well, hey, I know you're clean. I've never done anything close to 30 clean. Just want to know what you're dealing with. I'm just honest with people. And I was like,
yeah,
I got 22. And he was like, do 22. And I was like, cool.
That's good. Oh man. Hey, look, there's down in the bottom left corner, there's that hat. Every time Dustin performs, somebody has a stupid hat on in the room.
God,
hell yeah.
Don't you miss Wally? I miss Wally before he had a beard. Wally, if you're watching
He's
this,
got a beautiful beard though.
He does. Let's get into it.
Everyone's coming here on this stage. He's MC all around Kansas City, and he's got a feature spot to entertain you guys tonight. I want you all to put your hands together for Dustin Slentz.
The hair. Oh, dude, you look like Nick Scott.
Yeah, hell yeah, dude. Oh, that's beautiful.
That's a Nick Scott Bigfoot right there. That's
oh man.
Oh, what do you fuckers know? This is my first feature set.
Nick Scott Bigfoot, yeah. Oh man, if the Sasquatch was an awful hipster. Hooray for hats.
Dude, I love Kyle so much. Kyle's always on here with the best shit ever. Thank you, Kyle. Oh my God. Keep it going with Dustin.
Dude, I was feeling my hair.
First of all, I'd like to apologize.
You know what? That's good. Can we just stop it already? I think you should from now on open all sets with an apology. You should open and close with "I'm sorry."
I'm pretty sure I took a shit in the green room, in the bathroom that was right next to the stage, and the guy was like waiting, and I was in there, and I came out, and he smelt it and was like, "Oh my God!" And then like it was like the show was starting, and then I got on stage, and he was in the front row.
Oh man! First of all, I apologize for the shit off stage and the shit I'm about to take here on stage.
Be with the starving pygmies down in New Guinea. Thank you.
Thank you.
Right in there. It's really bad timing right before the show. And the worst part is they end up in the fucking front row.
Nice.
I heard it
Right now.
Oh, man, that's the guy.
Right now, Dustin thinks this is about to be the best set of my entire life. I got on stage. The riff went well.
Yeah,
I'm invincible.
I got 22 minutes to wow these people.
He's thinking, he's like, okay, that was probably like a minute, right? Okay, I can do this.
How long did they last for?
Steven, you're right, because it's like, I start at the riff. It's like a present thing in the room. It's like technically crowd work. Yeah, that went well. Yeah. What more could you want from the beginning of your set?
I heard a whisper when I was walking in. That's the guy. He's got an awful thing in there. They're on a high-fat diet, guys, right? You know about it. I'm sorry. How you guys doing that? Can you go for one more time for Wally, huh?
Hold on. So I had him with a riff, and then I went back to "How you guys doing tonight?" I went back to the question that you only ask in a panic.
Yeah.
Such a fucking stupid rookie move.
You made it through one. You made it through not even.
I know you guys have already laughed.
Immediate panic.
Anyways.
All right, sorry.
I'm born and raised here in Overland Park. It's pretty awesome to be featured here tonight. Really fun for me. How many people here are from Overland Park or live in Overland Park? Just one? That's it? Are you guys like ashamed, or is that really all that gets from Overland Park now? Because I really question all my local material. People say we're a little stuck up around here, right? Oh man, who's no one?
I love that. Is anybody from Overland Park? One person. Yeah, they say we're stuck up around here. Yeah, none of us are from here.
Who's no one? No one's heard the word that people from Overland Park are a little stuck up. Oh, okay. It's true. It's definitely true. One time when I was in high school, I went to high school down the road, and during a basketball game, the student section of my school started chanting, "We have houses." It's not cool at all. I didn't participate, I promise. I just looked around and discussed, like, what's wrong with you people? And the worst part about it all is that we were playing against the Lake of South. Like, if you're gonna have to do some
I hope that all of Dustin's 22 minutes are just Olathe and Overland Park specific.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what you do
around
after you
here?
get him with the
No?
first joke?
Oh.
Just pander.
Yeah. Are you guys from around here? No? Oh, well, you're not going to get the next 20 minutes. Colby, I found a picture that is what Dustin looks like to me. Can I send it to you or something? I was trying to think. I was going to comment it in the chat, but I don't think you can send a picture.
No, send it to me.
Okay. All right. We can keep going.
Sorry, but if you are going to be stuck up, at least be stuck up with a little pride, okay? Which is why I don't know how in the hell we allow a Casey's General Store into Overland Park, Kansas. What the fuck is going on? When did that happen?
Whoa, man. You've always been a very bold comedian, man. I really respect the takes. That is a dangerous rope you're walking.
Do you ever go into Quick Trip and it takes a while? What the hell?
Hey, come on. I thought this
really
was a convenience store, not a take all day.
Hey, a Casey's in Johnson County was a shocker, okay?
Obviously, yeah. You felt it go over the crowd. You felt a hush roll over the crowd.
I was waiting for him to be like, that one was a thinker. Oh, man.
They've been trying to infiltrate Johnson County for a while, okay? They got into DeSoto, okay, fine. West Olathe, fine. North Shawnee, where I live, that's fine too. The South Overland Park, you gotta be kidding me, guys. Where would the pride go? It's like some little white trash embassy. Oh, you're driving down 135th Street, the cops are chasing you. Well, here I'm safe. No cops here.
I can't believe how well this boring ass material is doing.
Yeah, dude. How long have you been doing comedy at this point?
Like a little over a year.
Dude, it's amazing how comfortable you are on stage with how garbage your material is.
Yeah,
dude, I
think
that's
the most unearned confidence I've ever seen. That beginning riff, really.
Dude, you're pacing the stage.
Really the wind beneath your wings right now.
You've got hair that you haven't washed in 7 months. You're just trying to grow it into a dread, dude. I can see the grease.
The hair is atrocious. Like, you saying anything is like a white trash. You should be working at the white trash embassy. Like, how dare you?
I did.
Yeah.
It was called Stanford and Sons in Overland Park.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah. Oh, man. By the way, oh yeah,
there's that picture.
that's Dustin. Yeah, there he is. That's him getting ready for his big feature night.
You know what? I like this though, because the more interruptions we have of me technically still doing well, this clip doesn't look that bad.
That's so accurate.
So if we just have as many interruptions as possible until it gets really bad.
Dustin still kind of looks like that. Dustin, take off your headphones and just stare dead into the camera.
Look, yeah, even. Yep.
I have way prettier eyes.
Oh my God, that's fun, man. I'm getting you a jumpsuit next year.
Thank you. That's what I'm trying to do up here. I try to be pretty funny. I was gonna give you a second at the end of all my jokes, and then the whole night go better. I got this new thing on my phone. It's not like something I chose to have, but every day Twitter gives me an update. I'm guessing this happens to other Android users too. But at 4 o'clock every day, my phone buzzes, and it's an update from Twitter, and it just gives me 2 trending tweets of people that I'm following. Saying, okay, you know what I'm talking about. And I follow mostly Kansas City stuff, so that's mostly kind of what populates. Man, what is going on with this board?
How much time did that chord bit eat up?
Dude, this is the reason why every show I'm on locally, host, feature, doesn't matter what I'm doing. Before the show, I go to the stage and I unwind the cord and I curl it up like the way you see it in specials. Because there's nothing worse than fucking fighting that cord. I fucking hate it.
You were the one that taught me that. You showed me how to do that at the Rhino one evening when I was hosting. I was getting ready to set up. Yeah, no, that's smart because that cord is a pain in the ass. It's just such a funny thing to draw attention to.
Yeah, and it's such an unnecessary distraction. And when you're doing 25 minutes and you have about 12, that's you'll talk about anything on the stage.
You're waiting for your or anything else. Yeah, you're just like, something distract me. Maybe that'll work. The shit thing worked.
Yeah. One of the Glaciers, walk in here right now and say something crazy.
Can somebody bring Craig back up to host?
That's what Dustin was saying at that last show.
This is my first time doing more time than Craig.
Yeah. Oh God, that's probably true too. I was going to say that's what Dustin was saying at the very last time he was there. He was like, "Can someone bring Craig up back to life and bring him up here, please?"
It was Jeff that was dead at that point. But yeah.
Oh yeah. You're right.
Kind of populates. Man, what's going on with this board? And when it first started happening, like the first day, it popped up, and I didn't really know what was going on. And the first tweet trending topic said, "Local Kansas City detective fatally wounded by gunshot." Yeah. And then the second trending topic was new jobs available in the Kansas City area. And I was like, "Whoa, Twitter, come on. That is a little too soon. You gotta hire or fire a couple programs." Okay?
I stand by that joke.
Man, if only you would have done that joke like 3 minutes ago after the first joke.
Right after the shit bit, yeah.
You'd be on a good roll right now.
I was gonna make fun of how long that pause was in the beat. It was like the first thing I saw was this guy got shot. And the second thing I saw, I was just like, man, he is really trying to run out the clock.
Well, yeah.
It just in his head, he's like 10, 11, 12, 13. Okay, I got to get to 22.
That is a funny joke.
Yeah, I need something about that. So guys, I think it's time that we all come together and decide as one people to stop calling cops pigs. Okay? Gotta stop doing it. Yes, thank you. We gotta stop calling cops pigs, guys. It's not right. Gotta grow up. There's a lot of new research that suggests that pigs are actually really intelligent animals, and it's just not fair to pigs, guys. It's just not fair to pigs. Just a joke, people. Calm down. Calm down.
They are calm.
Yeah, I got a laugh from half the room that I told them to calm down.
That's the calmest group of people.
You just talked about a dead cop. Like you're in South Overland Park, one of the whitest regions.
Yeah. You are performing on the thin blue line right now. And you're saying that. I remember all of these jokes, by the way. I think I must have just watched you a lot. Like, I feel like I was like, oh, yeah, that one. I wonder if I'll remember all of these.
I would guess since it was my first time featuring, I probably did all my stuff I was most confident in up top and then just prayed. Right. I'm pretty sure I did my 9-minute story about my dog dying, which used to be a pretty decent bit. That might be in there somewhere, but I don't remember it particularly going well that weekend. I remember at one point a lady coming up and going, "So what do you think's funny about a dog dying?" And I was like, "Wow, I don't think you listened to the bit." But the bit didn't do well.
That's the
point. She was also correct because the bit did not go well. But also, it was like, "How did you think that's what I was saying?"
Dude, that's my favorite thing is when an audience comes up to you and goes, "So what do you think was happening up there?" Like,
you're like, "Well, I'd like to tell you, I would have fixed it immediately if I knew."
Dude, I had a lady walk up there, you would have done better if you weren't wearing that dumbass shirt. And I was like, "Ma'am, why didn't you do this in the set? Like, it would have made my set so much better. Don't save this for after. Like, do this in the middle."
I've told one time after a show, a guy came up to me and he goes, "Whoo, y'all need some new jokes."
That's fucking hilarious.
Insert.
It's a total of 10 bits. They're 90 minutes long. That's good points.
I don't actually hate cops. I just have an inherent fear of cops. But when you have one DUI and drive around with weed on you basically all the time, you're just kind of mentally afraid of cops. It's something you gotta be worried about. It's scary. By the way, to any coworkers or like cops that may be in the audience, this is performance art, okay? Don't take it so literally.
This is art.
That's awesome.
Dustin, we've done 20 something of these episodes. Nobody has ever been like, this is art. And it was you. Oh my God.
Of all people, it was me.
Of all the people and of all the sets and of all the places.
Oh my God, dude. This is art.
At first, I was like, this isn't going so bad. Like, this is what I feared when I only watched 90 seconds of this and hit send. I was like, fuck it.
This is art. What you did in the bathroom before this set was more artistic than what you're doing right now.
Oh God, dude, you being the one to bury Jeff and Craig was more artistic than this. Oh my God, dude, poetic justice. I'm so glad this happened. That's
I hope the next joke gets a laugh.
Or like cops that may be in the audience, this is performance art, okay? Don't take it so literally.
Why?
This is for what?
I said, why? Go past that part. He replayed the performance art part.
Oh.
And to any friends who may be in the audience, stay close to these co-workers or cops. You shut your fucking mouths, all right?
Dude, I love your pause. Your pause is, your pause is, are they going to keep laughing? And their answer is always no. Nah.
I remember before I started stand-up, I Googled like stand-up comedy tips, and one of them was like, don't step on the audience's laughs. Like if they're laughing, like give them a minute and then start talking again. But you like do that too much. Like you wait for the laughter to run out, and then you're like, are you sure you guys are done laughing? And they're like, and you're like,
that one was pretty good. You could give it a little more.
Yeah. Come on, let's hear it.
I am featuring. Come on.
That would be a really hilarious thing to actually just say.
I'm gonna need those feature laughs.
I'm gonna need those feature laughs. You guys are giving me guest spot laughs, and I can't have that.
Oh shit.
People, you might look at me and be like, well, you don't get fucked with. Listen, if you spend enough time driving around in a 96 Dodge Neon, you won't get fucked with, okay? It doesn't matter what else you're doing or what you look like. I don't drive that car anymore, though.
Did Colby just bomb? Did Colby just bomb? Colby's never bombed.
Colby, why? What were you going for?
You're 90 Dodge Neon.
Just really wanted to play that NASCAR sound.
Dude, I'd love when somebody has like a soundboard on a podcast. I fucking love it. I love drops and shit, but it is so fucking funny when you bomb with a drop because it's like gold you have at the point of a button. You have the gold there, and you just do it at the wrong time. And you're like, no, we already know that's funny, and you still.
We were all just confused.
I was just really itching to play that NASCAR sound. I thought.
I am wearing a NASCAR shirt. I figured you guys would troll me at some point.
No, dude, you don't have to tell us. I assume everything you own is NASCAR related.
Well, that's crazy because I have so much Chiefs shit and Royals shit and KU shit.
Mm-hmm.
I pulled over since I got the thin blue line sticker. You guys know what that is? I'm so glad not many people know. It's great. It's a great little secret. I recommend it to everybody. Go on Amazon, get you a little thin blue line sticker. It's like I stand with police, the thin blue line, what protects us from evil, right? Blood hurt me blue. And I roll around with that on, not because I side with the police. I just don't like getting fucked with, like I said. And I know when he pulls behind me and starts running my plates, he sees that thin blue line. It gives him one more thing to think about before he finds the closest black guy to fuck
No, they don't.
Punchline? I didn't even hear it.
That's supposed to be a commentary on how shitty cops are, but they're all just like,
No, Dustin, 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 don't sell yourself short. It's supposed to be an artistic commentary on how cops.
Yeah, it was a performance art piece for sure. It's not about laughter.
You're a real Nick Sikora. I don't have punchlines. I don't need punchlines.
Yeah,
Where we're going, we don't need punchlines. We're going to the thin blue line, baby. Oh, God.
We all profile. Not all profiling's bad. Okay? Everybody in this room profiles. I guarantee
everybody. They were pulling over everybody driving down that particular sidewalk.
Not all profiles are accurate. That's a tremendous point. For example, you got on stage and they profiled you as a competent comedian. And clearly,
here we go.
They profiled you as a feature, and that was unfair and wrong too.
Well, the promoters weren't very good at their job.
Yeah.
Yeah, they should have advertised it as 2 MCs.
Oh man, Dustin's gonna start doing MC shit in the middle of this set just to get through
I already did at the beginning.
Yeah.
I'm doing crowd work after my first joke goes well. I'm doing MC shit in a feature set.
Guys, keep going for your
and I keep reverting back to it.
Kyle, will you please follow Kyle? I hope Kyle Norwood follows Dustin, and every day after you do a set, I hope he sends that to you. If you bomb,
I missed what he said.
He said if you bomb, at least you're doing something, and nobody can take that away from you.
Jeez Louise. Is Kyle your mom, Dustin? That sounds like something my mom would say to me.
No, my mom is not clever.
Don't listen to these bullies. That's right, Mom. They're the bullies.
But she put a laughing emoji. So she's trying to protect you, but she knows that technically we're correct.
She knows who has an after work one day, been northbound 35, and gets cut off. And right when you go to scream and lay on the horn, you see those wind-out county plates, and you go, maybe not today. Maybe today is the day that I don't have road rage anymore.
Oh, Dustin, what's that an artistic commentary on?
Huh?
What is that an artistic commentary on?
About how I have road rage until I see what county the license plate's from. Then I'm like, never mind.
Okay. Just wanted to double check. Just wanted to make sure. And it's Wyandotte specifically is the one that.
Well, yeah, I'm trying to make people an over and park lap, so I'm pandering.
Yeah, exactly.
Very artistic of you. Very artistic of you to pander. This is a criticism on pandering.
Yeah, this shit kills all over I-70 East. You guys have no idea.
Oh shit.
Wind-up plates, right? You ever see those people that wear like the dot or Wyandotte original like shirts? See them all over the place? Like, what are you celebrating, man? All the Casey's pizzas you got out there?
Just every time I get a laugh, the NASCAR sound.
Oh.
Yeah, road rage is dangerous though. I have a rage problem, like a little bit of a rage problem. And sometimes I notice it, like not too long ago, I raised my voice at a teenager in public. I kind of had to put myself in check a little bit.
Was it your girlfriend?
Took my girlfriend out. Lunch in a movie, we're in the theater, okay? The movie starts. There's only like 12 or 13 people in this entire theater, right? We're in the back row, no one within like 8 rows of us, we're fine. Movie's been going for about 10 minutes, having a good time. And then this kid that works there walks in. Immediately I'm just like, what the fuck does this kid want, you know? Like, I'm guessing it's his job to check on the theater, but he kind of starts just like walking the aisles, checking on things. Like, there's nobody here, dude. What are you doing? And he gets up close to these people, and like they're 8 rows in front of us, and he says something to them. And I'm just like staring daggers. It's like, what the fuck does this kid want? Why is he running around the movie theater right now? And like right before the movie, they had the last commercial is one that tells you to put your phones on silent, right? And also keep your phones in your pockets because your screen's a distraction. It's reasonable to have that reminder because we're always on our phones now. Meanwhile, this kid's walking around with a clipboard with a blank white sheet of paper. Yeah, 8 by 11 of just bright white in the movie theater. Like that's not distracting me like a phone screen. He's just walking back and forth. He says something like, what the fuck? And he starts walking up towards us. And I'm just glaring at him. And by this one, I'm like completely taken out of the movie. I'm not even paying attention. And I've missed a few jokes, you know. Luckily, there wasn't a whole lot of nuance in the storyline of Pop Star. It's pretty simple to follow. And then he comes up to me and he goes, sir, I need to ask you to put your feet down. And he walked away. And I couldn't believe it. I was livid. Okay, I'm reasonable. I understand you want my dirty feet on the back of your chair. That's fine, okay? But you really
oh my God.
A movie theater full of 12 people? Like, is that really what you need him for? Not to mention, maybe like a little sticker on the back of the chair. Or another commercial.
Can we pause it for a second? So what Dustin's doing right now...
Hold on. No. You gotta. He's about to get to the punchline eventually, right?
I know.
I thought we were just gonna let it ride. Let it ride.
I just want to do a quick play-by-play of what Dustin's doing right now.
I just fell off a waterfall and like I'm almost to the bottom. I'm about to die, and Ryan just hit pause and was like, "Why don't you think about this for a second?"
I just want everyone to know. Because right now, your energy level is like, I mean, you're going to tell me the da-da-da-da-da, but nobody's on board. Nobody's invested in what you're saying. So you're reacting off of energy that doesn't exist. Like you're still setting it up, but you think this is the joke part. That's the thing. Oh my God. This is the longest.
It's horrifying. So bad.
Dude.
I've never seen
Colby,
you know what? From the top. Take it from the top.
I was about to say, I think I shouldn't have. I should have just let it go. Colby, just maybe like.
Yeah, Ryan, you really ruined what 3 other people realized was an incredible moment about to happen. Because you had to get your snarky, symmetrical fucking.
My what comment? Snarky? You're going to have to explain to me that one because I've never heard that word before.
Yeah, it's snarky. It's when you have an extra snark in your snark.
It's when you're
I made it for you.
Snarky.
12 people? Like, is that really what you need him for? Not to mention, maybe like a little sticker on the back of the chair. Or another commercial. You had a cell phone commercial. You can't have a no feed up on the back of the chair commercial. And then 15 minutes after the movie starts, this kid come in and start kicking the back of people's seats. That's how much sense it's fucking clipboard makes. And then we get like 40 more minutes into the movie and I get a little bit more comfortable so my feet start to slide back up. And he comes walking up the steps.
There's more.
I see him. And
Dude, they had an act
3 or 4 rows of me. I kind of sit forward and look at it. And he sees the glare. He hesitates for a second. And he takes the next step. And I go, get out of here. And then he took one more step. And then I stood up and he walked down, and he turned around and walked down the stairs, and I followed him. And I was like standing over the top, and he walked around the corner. And I go, put her up in the fucking movie! I was like, whoa, like that took me back a little bit. At which point I realized that now I was interrupting the other 12 people that were first having a pleasant time before I ruined everything.
Worth it.
Now can we talk about how awful that was?
That's a real thing I did too. That's also a real thing I did.
Storytelling night at Stanford's. Oh man.
You don't have to tell us it's a real thing you did. I'd hope to God you didn't write that down out of
This is all true stuff, folks. My life is super boring. Oh man.
Man, these people cannot get what sucks is that they're letting you, they're giving you the confidence that you're doing well, and so in the moment you're still so
I
new.
was gonna say it's not necessarily all my fault. They're blowing
I blame them as much as I blame all evil needs to succeed is for good people to do nothing.
That's all I wanted from this. That's all I wanted from this was some acknowledgement that it's kind of the crowd's fault that I think I'm so
It's
good.
kind of the crowd's fault for encouraging
It's
you.
like, it's what you see all the time when you talk to new comics and they're like, dude, I can do 25 minutes. And you're like, just because you did 25 minutes at Stanford and Sons to a crowd who was just very kind. Like, you
But
know,
I
like
knew
this.
I
this
didn't
is
do
the stuff
25
that
minutes
motivates
again for
comics
like
forever.
2 more years.
At the end of that story, everybody was like, "Can you go back to shitting on cops or something, please?"
We like cops, but this sucks.
we thought we didn't like that, but we were wrong. Oh man.
Oh my god.
This isn't fair. Dustin has increased his groans. Dustin has increased his groans per minute tenfold since then. Groans per minute. That's hilarious. Yeah, dude. That's exactly right. Oh man.
Hey, Lori Whitmer Duke, I could really use some words of encouragement right now.
Don't do it, Mom.
I've helped your son move 3 times.
Mom, don't listen to him. He's a bully and he's getting what he deserves.
Pretty recently, and it was full theater, full house, right? Kids everywhere, finding door. Another one. I'm gonna figure that shit out. Full theater, kids everywhere, running around, screaming, yelling. We get in the movie, we're like 10 minutes in. Same movie theater chain. No fucking kid. Nobody wandering around. And I'm like, what the fuck? And there's 13 adults in the movie theater. They're coming telling me to put my feet down. Meanwhile, there's like 80 kids running around here screaming, and no one's checking the place down. And I was like, oh, these assholes. I'm gonna roast them. I'm gonna roast them when I get to the stage. These guys don't know what's coming. And I was like, God, Dustin, can't you just have a date with your girlfriend and not to write a fucking bit about it, huh? Can't you just be in the moment? Can't you just
That's exactly what everyone in the crowd is thinking. Dustin, did you have to try to sort of make this into a half bit?
Was this worth not spending present time with your girlfriend to turn this into a bit?
At least when other comics will like kind of sacrifice some integrity of the relationship for a bit, but you just did it to fill time.
Oh shit. No, fuck this place. I was doing no bits until they ruined my life. These guys are assholes. Oh. These are the fucks we're supposed to pay $15 an hour? Huh? These mindless drones? Yeah, enjoy your $8 value unit, these assholes. That's what we're coming to.
Dude, they want to laugh so hard. They're gonna start telling each other jokes just so they can start having fun. Oh man, did you hear the one about the guy who thought he could feature? Yeah.
It's about time you finally got on a roll, Ryan, because you were really losing confidence there with all the jokes about your face at the top of the show. So I'm glad you're finally having fun.
This is breathed new life into me.
Ryan's like a car in the winter. You got to give him about 30 minutes to start up.
He was like, I fucking started it this morning, and now he comes in here.
How do you guys describe bits? Well, right now we describe bits as like about, usually anywhere between like 3 to 9 minutes of rambling, incoherent bullshit stories that really try and drag people down and then end in a punchline that really doesn't go anywhere or give you really any payoff or break any tension. That would be how I would describe bits today. But you asked me when I'm watching good comedy, and I would say, just jokes or goofs. I think that would be. Is that a fine answer? Does that answer it for everybody else?
You know what? That explanation was not only apt, but it took about as long as that last bit. So that was perfect.
Yeah, you lost me.
Oh God!
I honestly haven't laughed so hard since the night you had that Falcon guy on. Oh, he's talking about Scarborough. She's talking about Scarborough, yeah.
Oh, the Falcon guy.
I got a rage problem. Usually cured with weed. Are you he's giving me a top on this whole show. Like I said, guys, performance art. It's performance art.
There it is again.
You said it 3 times. Now
Man.
it's got to show up. Now now it's got to be performance art the rest of the way.
Yep.
Now that you said it.
I have a name. You're Falcon Guy. That's your name. Oh man, you've been called worse.
I think Falcon Boy is closer, but sure.
I definitely didn't know
Falcon
Aaron
Boy.
Scarborough at this point in time.
Bird boy.
Well, nobody knew him at this point in time. He hadn't poked his little head out of that egg yet. And left the nest.
He hadn't hatched.
He was still a hatchling in 2016.
Just a simple little yolk. Just
And then one morning he woke up early and got the worm, and now we all know. Yeah.
You guys ever get too close to your drug dealer? He just knows too much about you. Maybe some of you people call them doctors. I got way too close to my drug dealer. Started playing basketball with him once a week. It was a little basketball, didn't even know the guy, right? The other day he invited me out to lunch. And I was like, whoa, no, that's not what this is, man. That's not what this is at all. I've been going to his house.
Some guy in the background just losing it.
Where?
I'm killing to one person.
Hold on, I didn't hear it. Play it again.
I've been going to his house. No, this is at all. I've been going.
Just some guy that's so tickled about this. The one person, Dustin's mom in the back.
My mom's never seen me do comedy, but I did have friends here this night, so maybe it was a friend.
Dude,
Your mom
that's
has
why
never seen you do stand-up before?
No.
Did she not live close by or something?
She lives in Florida. I'm going down in 2 weeks to help her move to North
okay.
Carolina, and she wants me to do jokes for her after we move. And I was like, well, I'm not just going to do jokes at your house.
Yeah.
For you. That's not happening.
Do
So I'm trying to get a guest spot in Greensboro. She lives an hour and a half from a club there, and I have a contact with the booker. So right on.
Yeah, we'll do this after.
His house recently sometimes to pick up, right? And he's got this dog that he's trying to get rid of because it's his ex-girlfriend's dog, and he's got 3 dogs. And like I said, I let him in too close. He knows me too well. He knows my dog just died, right? He knows my dog just died. And he's got this dog that he's trying to get rid of. It's like my dog's size. My dog's name is Harley. This dog's name is Farley. Yeah, fuck off, universe. And every time I go over there, he's like, hey, Farley, meet your new daddy. And he comes up and like remembers me. I'm like, oh, you asshole. Stop. You guys have done the thing where like you ask in front of your mom if your friend can stay the night. And you know you're probably gonna get grounded later. It's gonna be a kick-ass slumber party. That's what this guy's doing with his fucking dog, man. He's trying to pawn it off on me. It's ridiculous. And so, you know.
Dude, your pregnant pauses are
No
so
idea where I'm
overdue.
at. No
Dude,
idea where I'm at.
your pregnant pauses have been going through labor for the past 9 months. Oh my God. Yeah. That's so bad. Oh my God.
The silence is
So,
deafening.
You know, like I said, I lost my dog, and it hurt. It wasn't really losing.
That all could have been at any point up to this so far in this set too. Just in the middle of that movie theater bit. Oh.
And it hurt.
That sounds like Colby awing. That isolated awe sounds like Colby just being like, oh.
That's Chris Wallman in the back just trying to give you something. He's the one laughing. He's the one.
No, he's in the green room worshiping me because he's even dumber than I am at this point.
Y'all are both so bad at comedy at this point.
You two are the reason that the headliner doesn't like Stanford's. Not all that other stuff. It's just like,
okay,
he'll book anybody.
The headliner, he the night after the first show, he left me a voicemail that was like basically like, hey dude, like you've been doing some jokes that like I kind of do. But he was joking and he really just wanted weed. And it was like hilarious. And so I got him some weed and like we had fun and we smoked. And then after the weekend, like I texted him and I was like, hey man, I had a good time this weekend. Like, thanks a lot. Whatever. And he just never texted me back. I was like, he hated me. He knew I sucked at comedy. He just wanted weed.
He just wanted weed.
But
That's
he was
such
so
a
nice
funny thing to do to somebody who's
he was
like
so
not
nice.
very good. Just
Yeah,
like,
just to go
hey man, you have a couple bits that are like mine.
Yeah, it was a really funny voicemail. It was like a minute of him just being like you're fucking doing it wrong. And then and I'm already have like low confidence for being my first time featuring. And then he's like, I'm just kidding. I just knew you probably could get me some weed. That was the voicemail. It was great.
Who is the headliner again?
It was Pete Corielli.
Pete Corielli, okay.
He's like best friends with Sebastian. They have a podcast together.
Natalia, DM him. See if you can get everybody weed. Not for this podcast, not for us. For the cops listening, only for Dustin.
And for the cops listening, I can help you too.
Hey man, I also take a shit right before the show and then bomb afterwards. So can you mix it up a little bit?
It wasn't really losing that was the bad part. I mean, it was a pretty brutal experience. My dog was 13 years old, okay? I was ready for it. I was ready for what was going to happen. What was really messing was everything that happened afterwards. So I took him into the vet. My vet is a really good friend of my stepmom. So I took him in, she looked him over, and she said that she thought, sorry guys.
Wait, what? Did you just stop in the middle of a setup to take a drink of water? Colby, I'm sorry, because I'm like kind of eating lasagna. Turned out really good, by the way. Not bragging that I'm great, but you know. Colby, can we rewind just a few seconds? I'd like to see if something led to that reasonably or if that was just as awful as that.
My vet is a really good friend of my stepmom. So I took him in, she looked him over, and she said that she thought, sorry guys.
Sorry,
his voice
guys.
sounded perfect. Who are you, Marco Rubio? Are you just nervous?
He's Jeb Bush. He's about to say, please laugh. I've never seen that before. I've never seen someone take a sip in the middle of a bit before. Like, it's always like, did you? I don't. What do I care? I don't care why you did it.
The best thing about this is you're doing well despite the fact that you're doing poorly, and it's like your body knows it. It's like your mind is aware that you're doing shit material, but that people are just happy to be out. Like this really feels like a show that would be in like fall of 2021, like post-pandemic, where people are just happy to be in the same space together. But this was really just some flower pot bread. These are just Overland Park. They're happy to please.
They're carb loaded and they're having a good time.
Sorry, guys.
Sorry, guys.
All right.
She thought it was the liver failure.
right back into just mid-sentence. Mid-sentence.
Didn't miss a fucking word. Not a word. Just right back on.
That's a professional. It's a professional.
No, it's not. Idiot.
Dude.
Oh my God, dude.
Oh, shit.
And she said that she thought, sorry guys.
What did she think?
Oh my God.
She thought it was the liver failure.
in the middle of talking about liver failure. Oh my god.
Oh.
She thought it was either liver failure or cancer.
The only way that drink checks out is after you say they thought it was liver failure for cancer. You just start yodeling. Like that's the only That's so dumb. Oh my god.
That's awesome.
You
can hear it's so quiet in the room.
You can hear someone's glass with the ice.
That's your glass.
It's my glass with the ice.
You can hear some asshole drinking his drink. Yeah, you can. It's you.
Dude, some guy was heckling me with his glass of water.
Oh my god. We heard Dustin go. He takes a sip and goes, me. Okay. Liver failure.
Do re mi fa sol la ti.
Hang on, guys.
Oh
She spells
1 1 2 1 1 2 3 2 1.
It's so quiet. You can hear somebody's drink clinking.
This does look like the first time.
Is my hand shaking?
This looks like the first time you've taken a sip of water in 3 months.
Dude, I spent it all. I lost all my hydration in that first 11 minutes. So how far are we even in at this point? We've paused so many times.
I don't know.
How much real time is this?
There's 9 minutes left in this.
Oh my god.
Oh no.
We made it halfway through.
I thought we were only gonna do 10, so we're over 10 minutes into this.
13:45 in.
That's pretty good. If you were in that much pain for 13 minutes, you'd want a sip of water too.
Water.
I'm sorry, did I inconvenience you while you were eating dinner? Fucking co-host of the podcast.
I'm sorry, was that
Christ.
I'm sorry,
roll
was
the, roll the clip, Colby. Let Ryan finish eating. You can interrupt in another 2 minutes.
Of me just now? Snarky.
She thought it was either liver failure or cancer. Blood work was going to be $350, which to me meant it was going to cost $350 to find out how much it costs to save my dog. And at the time, I was not featuring guys, and let me tell you, open mics do not pay for dog chemo.
My face.
Wow! At the time.
Before I hit it big like tonight, before I really stepped into my own as I have here today, before I was a paid feature at Stanford and Sons, among the greats like Will C. and Steve Kramer, before I was enshrined into the Hall of Flower Pot Bread, I wasn't making a lot of money. I wasn't.
Dude, if I could get a bust of me, like flower pot bread bust of me, I would fucking put that in a case. Like Stanford's forever.
A flower pot chia Dustin.
I wasn't featuring at the time, so I couldn't afford
with
to
my man bun though.
Ryan, I gotta pull a you.
You gotta go to the bathroom?
I gotta pull a you. So y'all keep doing this. Have fun.
I love the idea of, it's like, I wasn't featuring at the time, so I didn't have to make the kind of, and they're just thinking like, so if you weren't featuring now, you wouldn't be able to afford to save your dog, but then we wouldn't have to sit through all this. Yeah, fuck that dog. If that dog could die and we could get out of here 10 minutes earlier, it'd be worth it.
And at the time, I was not featuring guys, and let me tell you, open mics do not pay for dog chemo. So I made a decision, I'm going to put my dog down.
One lady got it.
Dog chemo is kind of...
One lady really understood how expensive it is to keep your dog alive.
Dog chemo is kind of funny, though, just in and of itself. Like, it's like a dog sitting in a chair. It's just bald. Just, like, hooked up to a thing.
Emergency. Emergency.
The too sad.
Oh no, we've lost Lori. We're down to 0 watchers. Steven left. It's too sad.
Oh man.
Like, open my
Even mine
your dog chemo. So I made a decision. I was gonna put my dog down. Took him in, got him euthanized, held for the whole process. It was really personal. It sounds brutal. It was a great way for closure. She gave me a couple options. I decided I wanted to have him cremated. That's what I was gonna do. And that's when things got a little rough. I left, and I avoided her calls for a few days. I didn't want to go pick up my dog's ashes. I was too sad. And then finally I had the courage, like, all right, I can't just leave him there, So one day after work, I drove to the veterinary's office, and I get there, and another one of my stepmom's friends is in the lobby when I walk in. She comes up and she's like, oh, hi, Dustin. We haven't seen each other in like 8 years. She's in a big hug. I was like, oh, hey, what are you doing here? And right at about that time, the receptionist walks out and hands me a box. And I said, picking up my dog. This is a little awkward. I'm gonna leave now. Then I drove home with my box right.
Dude, I went to pee and came back and it was still the same bit.
You didn't miss
this
much.
bit's 9 minutes. I remember it very well.
This whole thing's 9 minutes.
It's a 9-minute story about my dog dying. I don't know how long I did on this night.
Is that close?
You can actually put a dog down faster than it is to listen to this story.
Your dog suffered less than this audience.
Yeah, exactly. There it is.
Broom or whatever.
Broom or whatever.
Because of the weed. And I got there. I opened the box, and what's inside the box, guys? This beautiful urn. Beautiful urn. Take it out. There's a sticker on it. And it says, cremated remains of Harley Slentz. Pet number 4874. Was it really necessary to tell me how many creatures you burned before mine? Do you think that's helping my grieving process at all? Like, at all? I don't care about that. You've also got their name, address, and phone number on the sticker. Basically, the top third of my dog's urn is a billboard for the company, alright? And as is where bad as it gets, no, there's a flyer in there with their family history. I don't care if you've been open since 1979. 4874. But on my count, you're only burning one pet every 3 days. You guys don't take any of your jobs.
I love that you even said, see, it's a good joke, as if you knew that's where it was supposed to end.
Yeah. Right where I said that was where that part should have ended.
2016
that was the big
like,
laugh.
Needs more. We need to milk these ashes for all they're worth. We gotta really get in there. God,
this is the night the lady comes up to you and goes, what did you think was funny about that?
This might have been the night.
Dude.
Because Wally was definitely there when it happened.
Your dog is rolling over in its urn right now.
That's just because it's a good boy. That's because it's a well-trained dog. It's a good boy.
He's just growling.
Yep. Oh man. It sounds like this whole crowd is playing dead.
Fuck you.
And there's another table in there. Offer other services, like I could get a necklace, a charm necklace, or bracelet, or I can put an arrangement of my dog's photos in their honorary pet memorial online. Yeah, you guys can honor your dead pets in the cloud now. I paid $193 for just ashes. That's all I wanted, right? And then the worst part, there's this pamphlet inside. It says 10 tips to closing pet loss. I was feeling pretty vulnerable, so I opened it up. Tip number 1, am I crazy to hurt so much? Not a tip, guys, that's a question. And it's not helpful at all. I find my weed to be a lot more helpful than your questions. Number 5, was when is the right time to euthanize a pet? Yeah, I don't know who's in charge of your screening process, but by my calculations, euthanization was complete upon delivery.
Get it? Because the dog's already dead. The dog's already dead. What a dumb question.
Yeah, I like that was the joke. Your funniest joke is the one that they didn't laugh at. I like that. Everything else they were like,
Thank you once again for blaming the crowd and not me. I appreciate that. That's a compliment.
The dog's already dead. That's the name of this set. The dog's already dead.
That's the name of my first special and my only special. The dog's already dead.
The track names of your special will be called like Getting a Drink of Water. Sorry, guys.
Yeah, that was the most brutal cremation of all time. I really don't care to hear the details. Number 9, will my other pets grieve? I don't have other pets, it's very assumptive of you. And if I did, I imagine after 3 days of confusion, they'd be like, wait, so we get all the attention now? Oh, Harley, this is awesome. Alright. Number 10, should I get a new pet right away? Oh, you fuckers are trying to start this whole thing over again. I know what's going on. The sooner I get a new pet, the sooner one of my pets dies, and the sooner you get to burn him. It's messed up. I put the pamphlet down. There's one last thing. It's a card from my vet. And she's a close family friend, so of course she wrote something beautiful. But because of the weed, I didn't break. I still didn't break, right? I was high, I read it, it didn't break. A beautiful note. And so I turned to the back, and there it was. My dog's little paw print and died on the card. Yeah, I broke. I was like, oh my God, why? You sweet, sweet, sweet bitch. Why? Why would you do this to me? It's crazy. It's crazy how a dog will mess you up. Like, even worse than a person sometimes. It's okay, you guys can admit it. I'll admit it. My grandma died last year. I didn't do anything. Hey, you know what? She was a mean lady. Okay? We're talking about a lady who one time came up to me. She rested her arm on my stomach. She looked at me in the eye. She goes, you know, Dustin, you're getting fat. I was 12. One time she left a Christmas check unsigned, just so I'd have to ask her about it in front of the whole family on Christmas. And when I brought it in, I was like, oh, hey, thanks for the check. She's like, did you see it wasn't signed? I was like, oh no, what happened? She's like, you didn't thank me for your birthday card this year. But I think I won that battle because the family photo that night is me holding a fair piece of the check, floating behind her. She was never nice to me until she got Alzheimer's, guys. Like, then she was
I don't even understand what's happening anymore.
Fast.
Wait, so this isn't the dog bit anymore?
No,
well, it's about how my dog dying was more tragic than my grandma dying. And this is what I did my first set about. My very first set ever is about my grandma writing me a check for Christmas, like she always did, but she didn't sign it. And so in this bit right now, I'm tearing up the check, but she didn't sign it. And like, I didn't even notice. And then she was like, I didn't sign your check. And I was like, oh, okay. And like tried to hand it to her because I thought like she forgot, but she did it on purpose. And she's like, yeah, you didn't thank me for your birthday card last year. And I was like, oh shit. So that's what I'm talking about right now, but I'm nervous and I'm talking way too fast and I'm eating the mic. And
I like the way that what you just said could have been the bit instead of this long roundabout.
This entire set could have been 7 minutes, and it would have been the cleanest 7 minutes you've ever done. And instead, it's like, how we got to hit 22. We got to hit 22.
Someday it will be.
Maybe it started off kind of fun, but now it's just like, Jesus, how much longer is this going to go? It's just going up. This is like a NASCAR race. This you set.
This is like a NASCAR race that like was exciting for a while and then had a rain delay. And now all the pit strategies have changed and you have no idea who has any gas left. And you're like, why am I still watching this?
I know one
person. Way too many NASCAR references for anyone to understand.
I was about to say, the same amount of people that laughed at that joke are the same amount of people that are laughing at this.
The only thing worse would have been if you would have taken a sip of water in between that.
Does he have a closer, Colby? Is this the closer? Don't tell me this is the closer.
There's
we can
and a half more minutes.
I can just tell you how it ends. We don't. I didn't think we were gonna go through all. He was like, "We'll edit it down to 10." I did not think I would be subjected to 25 minutes of my own comedy. That was not what I signed up for.
At some point, I thought we should just write it out.
Oh man, yeah, we got to finish it. I mean, look, we've made it through. The entire episode has been one clip. That's never happened.
That's true.
This is gonna be your most listened to episode ever, just on volume, not number of listeners. Just because this went too long, so like total minutes, I'll be the most listened to guest, but I'll have like the lowest number of actual minutes.
You think people made it till when you got on? They left as soon as Ryan and I showed up.
No, I looked at one point. There were 8 people watching, and then you took a pee, and a lot of people left. So hold it next time, buddy.
That's what it is. Maybe it's all about me. I bring 8 viewers with me.
Right now, we just have. I think it's just 1, but
still my mom.
It's the 7-day download cycle. It's important.
No,
yeah, I'm sure it was my. I'm sure it was my pee, which started during your dog bit.
Well, we can blame whatever you want.
All right, 3 minutes left.
That's a bad reputation. It was really weird, like, because the saddest part about the funeral was the complete lack of sadness. Like, the general mood in the room seemed to be, well, there she goes. It's kind of messed up, right? Yeah. I was like, maybe this awkward family funeral would be helped out if we had like a pamphlet or some sort of flyer to help us out.
Bringing it all back at the callback, see?
Number 1, am I crazy? Feel nothing at all.
It doesn't count as a callback if you're calling back to someone they hated the first time.
Remember that joke you dislike, guys?
Yeah.
It's my first time featuring. I'm plowing. I got 9 minutes left. I'm doing 9 minutes.
No, you're not crazy. It's okay. Some people don't feel. Number 5, when's the right time to euthanize grandma? Whoa, what the hell, guys?
They still kind of like me for some reason.
Dude, again.
Listen, all I'm saying is Alzheimer's is a brutal disease and no one should have to suffer through that, okay? What I'm saying, guys, is kill your dogs, kill your grandmas. When it's time. When it's time. Number 9, my other relatives' grief. Skip. Number 10, should I get a new grandma right away? Oh, you assholes, I know exactly what you're trying to do. The sooner I go pick out a new grandma at the nursing home, the sooner one of my grandparents dies, the sooner you get to burn them. Then you get into the funeral, and you walk up and there's a big billboard next to your grandma's casket. It says, "Here lies Peggy Slentz. People number 4874. You're like, what? That's a weird coincidence. And you get up close and you notice there it is. There's a little note, handwritten from the mortician, has to be a close family friend. And you turn it over, and there it is. Your grandma's little handprint in the top. I mean, being that's an experience, why wouldn't I get a t-shirt made, right? Like, bye, Grandma.
The dog's already dead.
Yeah, like I said, I gotta get out of here and just smoke some weed, because that's what I do. Weed's how I go. I love all forms of weed. Anyway, I get my hands on it. I don't know if you guys heard about this. There's this type of weed called Florida. I'll leave you with this. It's
Yeah. This used to be your fucking... Because, yeah, I said that earlier. I was like, I recognize all these bits. And then for the last hour, I've been, like, shaking my head in horrified confusion. But now, the thing you're about to do, I remember. I bet this bit's about to go well. Without all that filler, you've got a really solid 7.5 minutes of comedy.
And without that joke that Steven already made, you were doing pretty well on this podcast.
Oh man, you almost are good enough to host in this clip.
Directly to the way possible intercourse is just a gift of vagina high. Yeah, right? It also doubles as a lubricant. Which it kind of has to, cotton mouth ladder on the corner. I mean, it's a genius marketing play. You just go to the whole bottle in an hour, then it just keeps getting higher and drier. What the fuck? I'm a little worried. I haven't heard about the side effects yet, guys. What happens when that thing gets the munchies? A hot and dry and hungry vagina? I'm out on that, guys. Count me out. All right, guys, I'm Dustin Slentz. We're going to bring more
I love the going up at the end. All right, guys, I'm Dustin. Like he's yelling over all the noise they're not making.
Oh my God, dude. I've never seen somebody get off so victoriously off such a dud.
That's the guy that got last place in the NASCAR race, still doing that thing with the champagne. Like, nobody asked you to do that.
Oh, dude, I bet you got off stage being like, damn, I have to do this 3 more times.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember exactly which set in the weekend this is, but yeah, probably something like that.
I hope it's not the first.
I can't believe we went through all of it. Oh my God.
That.
Yeah, we've never done that before.
Kobe was like, I'm probably going to edit it down to 10 minutes. And I was like, thank you. And then we just did all of it.
Dude, I mean, like, look, we get a lot of clips on here, and sometimes there are people bombing, and sometimes it's people like doing well despite bad material. I wouldn't even call this that. This was just like the nicest crowd of all time, and you just really sticking it to them. Like you just really testing their patience. And
like watching a child, like watching a child play a video game on easy mode, and they're still terrible anyways. Yeah.
Hey, you made that same joke on the Scarborough episode I watched earlier today. So
you remind me of him. This is just as horrible. This is just as traumatizing to go through.
Do you have a soundboard too, Ryan? Was that even you?
Yeah.
Was that one of it?
Kobe's gonna have Ryan.
This set is so bad. Oh, sorry, guys. Anyway.
Oh man. That's
I hope
rough.
you walked right off stage and chopped your man butt off in disgrace.
Gave it to Wallman. That's why he has it now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly.
Oh boy! Wow.
God, that is bad.
That was fun.
It's been a long time since we've had one clip be that bad, but that is, oh God, dude, you really. If only
I really thought after 10 minutes, Colby was gonna bail me out and be like, "All right, we did the 10," but obviously, I got to reevaluate my trust with everyone involved in this podcast and how much of friends I consider all you guys. Because, boy, I didn't think we were gonna do all of it.
My favorite clip in this podcast so far is pulling up Scarborough's college clip and him in the middle of it going, if I'd known you would have done this, I never would have agreed to do the show.
That was funny,
We pride ourselves on ruining days. I think that is that's how we do it. Well,
yeah, we had to get it somehow.
Look, if you've stuck around this entire time, God bless you. I don't know how you did it. You nor
Thanks,
the
Mom.
audience. Thanks. Thanks, Lori, and nobody else. Hopefully you're watching this elsewhere. Dustin, how do you feel? Do you feel proud? Do you feel like you've done a lot of really good art? Do you feel like you've added to the artistic community in Kansas City with this set?
Yes, performance art.
Well, definitely not with that set, but I'm certainly a performance artist, and I've added a lot of value. Over time. Oh man, yeah, that was brutal. I was waiting for like the special surprise where Colby brings up the clip that I didn't know about, but it was just nope. We're gonna plow through 22 minutes of that.
That was the surprise.
There's one clip from the show that everybody used to do called Laugh KC, and I was like, I could just give him that clip, but I bet that Colby's just gonna pull that out anyways. And I wish I just would have sent that one in because it was only 5 minutes. It would have been, 23% of the suffering, I guess.
Wait, that one's like 16 minutes.
No, it's 5. Wait, 16?
Yeah, it's like 16 minutes.
Oh God. Yeah. And
no,
that one I remember.
It's just like this set. You remember 5 minutes of it, but it was actually 17 minutes long. Yeah.
Yeah.
I wrote notes on my hand, but I wrote them on my non-mic hand, so you can see them on camera. You can see the notes on the palm of my hand. Awesome. And the production quality is like crazy good. And you can just.
Oh my God! Look, if you want to get into comedy. If you want to get into comedy, just move to Kansas City. It's obvious that they'll let whoever the fuck do whatever the fuck. They'll just let you do it.
I know. R.I.P. Stanfords, giving opportunities to people who didn't deserve them.
Yeah, if you just hang around here, you can open for some pretty famous people. It's pretty cool.
Oh, man.
God, dude, I've never really had to sludge through so much BS. God,
the stories were debilitating.
Like your stories are like what I imagine, like that's the ingredient they put into NyQuil. Like, I don't know if that's what melatonin's made out of, is just your fucking dog's death.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, just... How long did you ever write things out? No, what am I asking? There's no way you wrote things out.
What was your process for all that garbage? How much time did you waste writing every day?
I do not write long form. I don't put pen to paper. Because believe it or not, when I actually put pen to paper, I become even more of a plower and less present. So all those stories would have been 30% longer if I actually wrote them out.
Dude.
Yeah, you could tell
and
that
that's
you.
Why I write on stage and in notes on my phone.
If you would have written it out, you would have had so many spaces where it was just like laugh ? And then they would have said no.
It would have been just Wally just giving me the light for like 7 minutes straight.
Oh my God. Well, this is I think I speak for us and the audience when I say this has gone on for far too long. This is
so long that we're not even going to trash me with pictures or surprise sentence. They're like, nope, that one thing was enough. We got to get out of here.
We realize like, in the past, like people bring sets that like what Steven says, like maybe they're bad, maybe they're not that bad, and then we have to find a surprise to like make it bad. We didn't have to do that for you.
No, you really exceeded our expectations, but not theirs.
Which, by the way, I'd like to bring up how many different fucking files I sent for this show. Oh my God. Ryan, you're as good at fucking getting files for this show as you are at timing your dinner for when you host it. Like, Jesus Christ, dude.
Dustin sent me.
He was like, no. Let me fucking tell my side of the story before you do your fucking trash lying bullshit that you always do. No, he's like, hey, you want to do the show? I'm like, yeah. And he asked for it. And I was like, so I have 2 clips I'd like to send. Should I pick one or should I send it to you guys and let you guys decide which one would be more fun to trash? And he's like, yeah, do that. And I was like, okay, how do you want me to send them? And he's like, oh, just here on Facebook Messenger, which I thought was a weird way to send a file. And then he's just like, hey, I'm going to need you to send those another way. I'm like, email them, like, the thing that you originally wanted to do. Or if you could do it on Google Drive or like anything besides what I asked you to do, because obviously that was retarded. Like he just has been such a pain in the ass with this whole thing. I've sent
that story was a lot like all the other stories we've heard from you this evening. Boring and with no point. But let me show you exactly what Dustin sent me in this fucking. He said, dude.
Oh, dude, I know what you're gonna do. I know what you're gonna do because we. No, I know what you're going to do because we always yell at each other on Facebook. So you're going to screenshot a certain part where I look like the bad guy, which if I take 5 minutes to do, I can make you look like an asshole. But since you already started, you're going to go first. And here we go. Ryan,
no, I'm saying, Colby,
and his symmetrical forehead. There it is.
He sent me his sets like a voice chat thing. Like
that's
the way
what you told me to do.
The way that you would talk to text somebody, like as if I'm like, hey man, can you send me a set? And he's like, so the other day I was at Casey's, but I was in Overland Park. What's a Casey in Overland Park?
No, they're the files. Those are the files.
This is the 11th episode we've done live. I've never had this problem with anybody else. You're the one doing this.
I literally said, so you want me to email them or put them in Google Drive? And he was like, just send them on here. I was like, through Messenger? And he was like, yeah. So I shared them through Messenger, and that's how that works. And then today I had to send him to Colby on Google Drive because, you know, Ryan procrastinates. I was more worried about his fucking lasagna than starting the show on time and having the files, which obviously he hadn't listened to yet.
Dude,
since the day of, even though this all happened 2 weeks ago. You're a fucking piece of shit, dude. I'm so glad Lori logged off. I'm so glad I can finally say how I feel. You're such a piece of trash, and I'm so tired of people liking you just because your smile looks nice. It's fucking bullshit.
My smile looks nice, and you once said I have a nice butt while you were on stage. I hope you remember that.
You have a nice butt, and that drives me crazy too because you're a piece of shit.
Dustin was on stage at the Comedy Club at KC, and for some reason he was talking about butts or rating
your
people's
butt,
butts.
and your autistic brother, and your 9/11 brother, and all that other shit.
Oh my God.
Why don't you go shave the middle of your mustache again? You use a comb. Why do you let it look creepy like that, you fucking weirdo?
Dude, I have a
Just
screenshot.
comb it down. The hairs are long enough. I can see them. Comb it.
I don't
use a fine-tooth comb. They're at Target or Walmart or whatever they have in Denver with your fucking.
I don't like getting hair care advice from the same person that we just saw that man bun from. And that man bun turned out to be the least atrocious part of that video.
Can you imagine how fucking stupid you would look with a man bun?
Yeah, luckily I'm smart enough to never have had one. Unlike you dumbass. Jesus. You imagine how dumb you would look if you looked like me? Yeah, I guess.
Oh, dude. Dustin, Ryan would have a man bun if he didn't already have a bald spot where the bun would go.
Yeah, right where the rubber band is. Hey, Ryan, why don't you do a quick lean forward? You did a couple accidental earlier. I didn't say anything.
Just imagine like a clown nose. Like a clown nose, you gotta like.
I gotta start wearing a hat. That's why Steven wears the hat. He's smarter than me. I need to cover it up.
Hey, that's why Kyle Norwood said, "Thank God for hats." He was really just subtly taking a dig at you.
Oh my God! Look, we have really been through a lot today, and you know, I think it's time to put this show down. It's when
is it the right time to euthanize a show?
When
I
it's
would
been
really like, just before we get off, to just see Ryan grab a comb and try to comb his mustache down and see if I'm right. There's no way that's on accident.
Are you talking about how it like
out? Look directly under the middle of your nose. Look, there's a gap in your mustache where there's skin. Who else sees a bunch of skin there?
Oh,
What's
yeah,
that
you've
all
got
about?
like Michael Strahan's teeth.
I have nose skin. What's the big deal? Or
No,
lip
this.
skin.
You look like Gru from fucking what's
No,
the
you
kids
need a
movie?
comb.
Minions.
My hair does look nice.
No, his hair looks nice. His mustache just looks stupid. And his beard starts way too low on his chin, and you can still see his butt chin. It's a weird thing with his neck beard.
How is my mustache the one getting shit right now? Look at Steven's mustache. You can't even tell that it's there. It's like it's thick right here and then disappears at the top.
Yeah. Rather subtle than just throw your trash out in the open.
Oh my God.
Look,
If somebody knew about throwing their trash out in the open, it would be you, and it would take you forever to do it.
Nobody laugh at my whiskers, please. Nobody laugh. These are my whiskers and my whiskers only.
Dustin, for the love of God, can you just tell people?
Socks for you, buddy. I wore some Ric Flair socks just in case I had a chance to taunt you again.
Well, good. I'm glad that we got that out of the way. Dustin, is there any place that people should find you? Is there anything that people should look at? Where should they get information on the Slentz man?
Just Dustin Slentz on Facebook, and everything else is Dustin the Win 17 on all the socials.
You're like a reverse Dan Cook.
Why I don't get I don't get the joke.
Dane Cook was cutting edge. He was promoting himself on MySpace before MySpace was a thing. And then as Facebook's dying, you're like, you know where you can find me? On the same place you can find your mom and Lori.
The same place that has your #1 advertisement for this live stream. Yeah, the same thing that we're all still using.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You're right. There were more views on Instagram.
That was like such a funny. I thought that was going to be so good. Like that was going to be like you're like the opposite of Dane Cook, and then that was like that sounded like it should have been on his set earlier.
Yeah, I shouldn't have asked. I should just let Colby do the sound effect and moved on.
Oh God. Well, I'm happy this is over. Dustin, thank you for joining us. Ryan, congrats on being here and making it through an entire one without peeing. Colby, everybody around.
Dirty Mo Media, check it out. Dale Jr.'s channel.
Colby, give yourself a round of applause before Dustin plugs any more NASCAR.
Thank you, Colby.
Hey, cut Dustin off before he plugs anything else NASCAR related. We don't need any more of this. Thank you so much for tuning in. We do this every Sunday at 7. You can follow along if anybody's still listening. Dustin is great. Follow him. Ryan, you can follow him. And you don't have to follow me. You don't want no part of this. Thank you guys so much. Have a great week. We will see you back on Sunday. Mwah. 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 Hey, bring your mustache in here, Ryan. Bring your mustache.
No, I'm not doing it. Dustin's facial hair is gross too. He has like a soul patch that.
Fuck.
Yeah.